looks really dire, actually, but when you kind of look further into it, you see it's a lot of close games versus Tier 1 opposition here on Nuke. So it does show that they've got the depth, they've got the ideas, just not quite sticking the landing versus the top tier. Here we are, though, MIBR with a CT side start and a couple of quaddies right away.
Yes, indeed. 2 sets of the dual Berettas, and you'll see the ramp progression. That's all MIBR were doing yesterday against FaZe, constantly poking them in the back on these A attacks. Lobby flank is perfect. They didn't hear the flash come in. That was super early. Surprised Big were not aware of it. They make it down vent, but it comes at a cost. 3 on 5. syrsoN gaining space back to cover a ramp rotate, taps and falls off the ladder and loses his head in the process. Yeah, that's already surprised that Big weren't ready for that, nor reacted to the flashbang thrown in lobby, but now they certainly will be thinking about it in future gun rounds. Now, there might be an eco for Big in the follow-up if they can't convert this 2 on 5, and it's already over. MIBR get that retake done with plenty of time, and Big with a bomb plant might in fact throw Galils with some armor in there, get a bit naughty in round number 2, but MIBR starts strong. A fake comeback over on Vertigo. At least things begin a bit better here and now. Quaditage.
Dualies are really growing on me from watching them so much. There are some teams that make them look really ugly.
Yeah.
I've learned that as well.
Any names?
Not off the top of my head, but I feel like G2 aren't dual Beretta players.
Sure.
Zywoo with dualies, now
He's
that's
a
pretty
dualie
fun.
player,
That's
yeah.
a dualie player right there. Apparently MIBR, they've got some dualie players in the ranks. Over towards outside is just an eco round here for Big. They want to bring out guns in the next. That's a nice deagle for syrsoN. Jota out on a bit of an island here. Doesn't want to get shut out by the Deeg, fighting from afar. Oh, the Deagles get another. I don't know, man. We've told you once, we've told you twice about the Yeegs. Keto. Oh, gonna get nailed on that angle.
But the threat of the Yeegs goes far further down lower. The sound of these rattling off will scare any mortal man. Back of the site for the FAMAS. Big eventually going to have to swing that door, and taking time. They've allowed MIBR to get set up in the bomb site. Even that scary vent break as well on top will put the fear in the back of their mind. The FAMAS will put lead in their face, and Julie's out now to finish the job. Certainly the guns for the job as he finds both kills. MIBR take 2 rounds. Big, one little full buy now. Early in the game, decided to not force up. And we'll be bringing in rifle rounds early on.
Yeah, I saw Big outside just a moment ago, having a little talk before this one. I think they really just want to try and get their first series win on the board here and now. Right? Feel like that was... Yeah, you know, you feel like it's kind of compounded by the fact that in that G2 matchup just yesterday, they had 2 overtime losses, right? They had G2 on the ropes in some situations. Vertigo was a map that looked like it was destined to belong to Big after that 11-4 first half, and then it still ends up going to OT. I think Big was sat on 14 rounds there for the longest time, if I remember right. And then we had like this huge comeback from G2. So that would have been a very frustrating loss. And I can imagine now they're more eager than ever to field their first dub here in Group B.
I think Big even got 15 on the second map, and G2 still pulled it back against the odds and, yeah, closed it both overtimes, as you say. Those hurt. Those ones really hurt. Especially for Big to do that against, you know, one of the top teams in the group, like on paper, the second best team in the group. Yeah. And G2 are living up to the hype right now.
It was 15-8 at one point. There we go, 15-8. Just to give you the exact numbers on that one. Here you go.
That's an ouchie. You got to win those, man. MIBR, honestly, I think if they take this map, they might even win it in 3. Their dust has been pristine. They took down FaZe yesterday. I think it's always a map that they feel like they're prepped on, but the reality is their games never turn out as clean as they like. On the roof, Jota doesn't know, but they're creeping right below. MIBR, oh yeah, they're gonna hit those steps. A few players running at the end as the fade comes in. syrsoN fakes a scope to main, ensuring no one gets aggressive and flanks the secret play. Big will work lower. This is gonna be the commit. Henny, the only line of defense in this site. And he's in a very committed position as well. If they walk him, oh, they've just walked by.
Yeah, Enazan's just hopped on down towards B.
Ouch.
He broke the window, but at first it didn't look like he was going to commit. And he decides to. I think that probably comes off the back of Henny saying, like, man, I've seen no one cross, and I've been checking this on timings. Unfortunately, in like the 1 second he was ducked down and everyone crossed by. And that kind of feeds BR to Enazan to the big guys. Faven taps out Jota on top of the garage. The kill from Henny's nice, and it throws Exit into the gunfights down at lower. But it's not going to be enough to win MIBR the round. Big have got the site back under control. Turtle is just too far away.
Yeah, MIBR had a lot of pincers on that B site. If Exit gets that kill on tabseN, man, this is a very different round. He saved it there. Henny completely caught them off guard after hiding in door for so long. And Turtle, there's a kit down, there's guns to grab, and there's a chance to dance in the 1-on-3. He's gonna look at it. But if kills don't present themselves, perhaps just the save here. And Big on the board with 3 alive early. Gonna be looking for a pretty strong T side here for Big. I'd like 7 rounds to give me any sort of confidence. So we know MIBR have a couple of pocket strats, some quick A splits, some nice top site attack utility. Gonna see a lot of walls of smoke in this T side for Big as well on that outside cross. Save is allowed, and I mean, even if MIBR want to rebuy after the fact, it's gonna be very weak.
All right, coach is getting involved.
A bit left Na'Vi for this. All jokes.
Sick, man. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
Wait, that isn't actually Na'Vi bit?
No, surprisingly.
Wait,
Shocking
really?
to hear. Shocking to hear.
No way, that's crazy.
Just for the blind, that one.
All right, nades outside. Ooh, lovely nades at that. tabseN on the receiving end of them. And brought down super low in the process. Walking across these outside smokes. He will make it down secret. No one's here to spam him. No one's here to kind of throw a spanner in the works. An outside cross is happening. Whether MIBR like it or not. They don't. I don't like it, but they don't know about it. Do you really have any problems if you can't see them? That's what you got to think.
Are these hell smokes landing in front of lockers? Big throw a wall to feign that they're down B. tabseN takes it, and then they get more util. Main smoke and lockers smoke. Ooh, main smoke's not ideal. Oh, Jota definitely should play this little gap. Big might not be ready for anyone stopping the cross. Past main. Crimbo checks it, and look at that bomb. Comical destination, lands in main. And now, even if Big get this heaven wrap off that MIBR will certainly be expecting, they've still got to walk right into Jota to get that bomb back. Flashed out. I think that's a team flash. Or rather, it was a team molly, CT flash. And hey, Big have the bomb, at least, almost available. But there's no doubt in MIBR's mind. They know what's... I don't know how k1to gets that kill. The 180 flick back. Turtle drops the bomb again. Jota stops his split. And it was so obvious after that bomb gets dropped with those deep smokes for Big. I love the idea, but one little gap causes so many problems. syrsoN would love to flash k1to in for fights here, but it will only be exit kills. MIBR have won this round.
They're just going to have to hard commit to the save. Not even worth, like, giving it a poke in.
Counter-terrorists win.
I want to see that Keto kill again. That was, ooh.
Yeah, pretty grimy.
It might be our holding strong on the CT side.
There we got it.
Let's see. Let's
Hang
be
on.
patient.
Yeah.
Now. No. Ooh, maybe. I've really hung production out to dry, haven't I? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
It's all good.
We all saw it. It was quick.
Ooh, that one was really quick. syrsoN with the AWP outside, and Keto, speaking of going quick, he's going real fast into main, already dropping down. He's in the A side with them. Dinked, but it's a deceptive dink. Oh, that one isn't. That's a real dink right there from Henny. And Keto is out of the round now. AK juggled across into tabseN's hands. There's plenty more players who can don this. They've all got armor just to pass this gun around. And tabseN's trying to make a bit of a play. Now, he does have the bomb. And it's a little awkward because when he began creeping forward, I don't think he envisioned getting this far without a fight. Now that he has, he's taken the space, which isn't a bad move. It is just the fact that he has that bomb that represents the big risk here. If he dies on his way up to heaven, the round could go as down to the wire as you want. It would still be a pretty much done deal. So I do like that Crimbo's creeping over to come and play with him.
But even if they go lower, I mean, both ramp players have dropped down. Henny even got aggressive into lobby from that position. He's going to come back and check it. Timing is good. tabseN's holding, though, and it's a beautiful shot. Easily done. And that big risk as tabseN rolls the dice and picks lower. Still walking into the stack. It's what MIBR want. Again, they've aggressed lobby. That's only going to confirm this. 20 seconds. syrsoN is nowhere to be seen. Saving if this doesn't go well, and it certainly might not. They've been drawn in by Jota. They will check below. Don't know why they know about him, but Jota's going to have the cover. The wallbang will not connect for Crimbo, and syrsoN saving all along. He was just holding those vent rotations. Little did he know MIBR were already poised down B to great effect. Exit is nice, but 4-1. And that was exit. It wasn't what I was meaning. The exit kill. 4-1 for MIBR. Solid defense, and we're again seeing shades of yesterday in the CT side. The constant ramp aggro, 2 players push lobby from it. They retake lobby in the mid round as well, just to confirm what they already know, that this is a B hit. And they stop it in its tracks.
Another timeout for Big. I always love watching Goppy and tabseN interact. It's always cool. You know, kind of, they've always been together in some shape or form over the years. You know, even when Goppy, like, briefly went over to Valorant, from what I heard, you know, he would still like say hello to the guys in the CS division. Obviously, still real close with all of them. So, you know, and still a little bit involved. Pretty sure in the academy side of things. So it was very, very cool. God be man with a finger in many pies, as it were.
Yeah, tasty. MIBR, they've grabbed it off of the windowsill. It's steaming hot. Taking it with them. Smokes outside again, big, no gap in this main one, you'd hope. Gonna cross, make it all the way to the blue boxes. MIBR fine with giving up outside control. They don't always have a yard player. It's just Henny in hell right now, starting double ramp as they do. So even though Big get a lot of this space, it's all by design, and it takes time as well. Minute on the clock as Big set up. They can climb the raft. Well, they could have climbed the rafters.
That would have been sick, man. Would have been great.
Yeah,
would have been so good to have Heaven quietly in for free.
Not so convinced.
But now they have the info on the side of MIBR. Now they're worried about it still. Keto opens up with a lovely Deke shot. Maybe that remedies this. Henny still in hell. Will they be prepared for a second man? The bomb challenging for hell control. And now dropped at the feet of Henny.
20
they
seconds.
are taking Heaven away, but they're going to have to drop down and go get that bomb back. It's super weird, super wild, and I'm not even sure they're really aware of this yet.
Hello?
They're gonna get an A kill. Tabson's gonna try and get the bomb, but he's dead, and the bomb's still controlled. Crimbo gonna fly down the ladder, fly back up, and then plant the bomb. It's not happening. He's out of time.
Yeah, the realization's there for Big. I think they know that that's happened, but at the same time, they realize, like, okay, maybe we can catch kills on top site. You know, they wouldn't expect us to go for this play while we're getting the bomb, but then you're relying on the Glock to get the bomb and get back up the ladder in time. You can't climb up on the outside.
It was also a bit cooked
lot
because,
had to go right.
I think the bomb was definitely grabbable without even necessarily fighting Henny, but like Tabson drops in, sees Henny's peeking, goes like, oh crap, I better grab the deagle so I can actually fight this. And it's like in the looking down to get the deagle, he's caught. Tabson's in a really bad spot. It's not really like his fault. The bomb just shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Oh yeah, a couple of really ugly mid rounds in this game for Big right now. 5-1, MIBR not even having to do too much. They concede so much map control and they still win all these rounds. Comms are clean, they know what's given up, they know what they're playing for. Top hop molly, but a great position here for Exit to just rain down death. Blindy gets that AK killed. Fabian grabs it, and Exit whiffs some shots. Maybe there's a chance. 2 kills, the fire spreads, and syrsoN wanted to go back to lobby, but he's already being flanked. Wisely so, regroups up on A. He had to, looking for that gun. His teammate's dead, and he's even getting spammed out. They are oppressive in this 3-on-1. Don't want to give him the room to get the plant or get down the vent. And there's the flank to finish the job. 6-1, and MIBR are running away with this CT side. Would love to see Big try and play around off of baiting this ramp aggro, because so far it has gone completely unpunished for MIBR. Whenever they want lobby, they get it at a discounted rate. Another rebuy with the AW, and he's even got his as well. We'll see if things change outside for MIBR, who don't really care about this position. Jota, he's going to be in main, and the AWP is all the way at the back. Ooh, through that Molotov. Lots of damage taken by Jota getting down B.
Oh, and Exit's even been tagged up elsewhere.
Is that the AWP, perhaps? No. Don't even know.
Yeah, I don't really know what did Exit in, but something did. Henny's making a play, though. He doesn't care. His teammates are low. He has ended up giving away the 1-for-1, and now with Bia out of Enezan dead at ramp, it becomes Jota's responsibility. He tries his damnedest. And isn't able to hold the line. Tabson waiting for lobby re-aggro. Exit still waiting in the hub. Turtle down at that lower side of the map. They might just want to gamble this one, right? I think the temptation's going to be there to kind of shift Exit around a bit, and as he maneuvers, syrsoN's going to catch him. That's probably the kill that invites you into A.
Yeah. They can even wait for Keto. They're in no hurry. I mean, he's got hell.
He can go fully up into heaven, and then they know they've won the round.
They probably,
it's a very safe way of playing it, and I like that.
They probably will just walk out because of the time. Like, think about how many of these rounds come down to clocks too slow,
you're letting him check
bombs
it
dropped.
at this point. Like, he's there.
Yeah.
And so there we go. He gets the info. Keto says, like, yeah, it's clear. We were right. And then they plant, and then they win the round.
Simple as that, mate. No stress. Nice ramp crunch. Couple of trades out of Big, even though MIBR have been putting bodies there every single time. Big bag them up. Find their second round of the map. Very slow, crawling T-side rounds out of Big, just walking into, you know, yard. Most of these T-side rounds. Finally, MIBR get contained. and maybe even tamed. We'll see. That money is a problem. With how many close rounds we've already had in this game, they have yet to build up a bank. Likely we'll just reinvest here. They should have at least, you'd like to think, 3 rifles, maybe even the AWP, but a couple of players will be lacking. Four rifles.
All right, outside utility from the get-go. All the smoke's going down. Oh,
I think it got mollied, or either, yeah, must have been mollied here by MIBR. Oh no, there's a third one. There's a wide wall. That's like the third different wall the Big have used this map already. Last one's a little bit late, but it works out. Gonna be able to cross if they want. They won't. MIBR don't know that though, for the first time. A lot of info lost. And no reaction. MIBR, if they push lobby, that would be exactly what Big want. Instead, they have this setup, they have the boost, it's perfect.
Yeah, Henny, that one's free. Oh. Second one also isn't going to cost him. And he's even got support here. A man boosted in BR out of Enezan with that MP9. That's going to send Big away from ramp. Crimbo didn't like what he saw there. Big in kind of dire straits already. syrsoN, if he holds his angle for a moment, maybe Henny gets impatient, gives it a jiggle, but he has no real reason to.
Turtle called the scope as well. Just tells Henny not to peek. Tuck in, wait for Big to commit.
So all they're left to do, Crimbo with the opening. He spotted the Rafters player as well. And MIBR might assume that that's not known about to Big right now. Oh, still, tabseN approaches it like he doesn't know. And there's Exit dealing with him. Just syrsoN left alive, trying to save this AWP. And he will make it up the ladder at least.
Sneaky.
That was framed almost like a kind of like comedy skit. You know, we're just seeing like the feet slowly right up at the top of the screen. And syrsoN's made it out.
Just about. Can even drop over an AK, so it's not all bad here for Big, but yeah, it's still getting out of control, the scoreline. 7-2, and not a lot of life out of Big in this game, considering it's their map pick. They know they're starting T-side. The game plan they came in with didn't work, right? These outside cross smokes that Big were trying to abuse a lot, go towards hell and heaven, have lost a lot of rounds in CT spawn, a lot of late plays, a lot of bomb drops. And missed opportunities. MIBR have capitalized very well. Only egged on by the fact that they pulled a huge comeback at the end of Vertigo after a 10-5 half goes the other way. Both teams 0-2 in the group, so this game has massive ramifications.
Oh, hello, syrsoN with the heaven wall bang.
Oh, that is the big wall bang. That's the syrsoN. They come up with so much, man. I like that they tried it. It's just a timing shot to a heaven player, but MIBR just get past it. It's a good idea for Big to just pull that out. I haven't seen that in a long time. Oh, tabseN crouching. He actually crouched the shot.
That's kind of crazy. tabseN still takes a fair bit of damage trying to make it across, but he has made it.
And again,
already down lower though.
They're going to freestyle it and go towards hell. Look at these smokes.
Popping these in now, trying to deny Henny vision. Turtle might start feeling a bit of pressure to take up main. Often been the protocol for MIBR when they've seen this hell smoke. I like where Henny's kind of hanging around right now, but Faven's been given a gap here. Oh, BR Enezan leaving ramp is a little, I would say, unnecessary, really. There's 3 players already leaning outside, and so now ramp's been taken.
I love this for Big, though. It's the adaptation, right? Because now, you know, even though the reason he leaves ramp is because they've never had a lurker in any of these rounds. They've always walked towards hell, and MIBR have been double set up. Now Faven's way ahead of this B drop. Even though MIBR pieced it together, they realized that Big were faking them out and actually committed lower. Faven's so much deeper than they're ready for. He hit a perfect gap there to get into that B bomb site, and while MIBR may throw themselves themselves into this round. There shouldn't be a chance. I say there shouldn't. Quick turn back, Turtle with a double, and suddenly we're on.
Yeah, suddenly you're interested all over again. Turtle is getting wrapped through the vents. tabseN's here waiting for the trade. Exit now blowing out, and Turtle just gonna die walking in. Surely tabseN's waiting for it. And Henny left up in the 1v3, dude. That little glimmer of hope just extinguished in an instant.
If he had a kit, imagine, Harry. But no kit, no chance. He can at least force him to die with him. Oh, he meant to tap the bomb. He grabbed the gun instead. Oh, not again!
Henny! How is this happening? He's gonna win the first fight. Taps it once more. Oh, and the bomb deals with them both.
When the E key, when you want it to work, it doesn't work. Yeah. And when you don't want it to work,
that's the most Counter-Strike death ever.
Yeah.
We just want two
pickups.
Back to back. He's like freaking out. He's like, oh my God, that never happens. And then it happens again.
And then he gets the gun with no ammo. Like the AK, you know, if he stayed on it, it would have been fine. He could have killed both players. Unwinnable round, but that's so unfortunate. I can't believe it.
And the game just hates Henny. I've come to that conclusion.
Dude,
like, he's just been getting cheesed all day in like the worst ways.
Beautiful. That's art. I do love that fake out for Big though. You know, they realized every time they do that late, gotta laugh it off. That late double smoke hell.
He's able to laugh all these off.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever it happens, like playing up his
teammate's
good. Screen, just has a little giggle of himself, dies because the gun picks up twice.
Yeah.
Has a little laugh.
I do like that fake out though. He drew the ramp players out. Big knew that either MIBR would aggress lobby as they have been doing or set up double hell, and it completely pulls MIBR out of position, only for Big to just go with the original plan down lower. Such a nice call. And now they go quick. They know they've finally broken the money. As a result, they've got a free bomb site. MIBR left this one open for taking, and Big will take it.
I think that's an instant classic moment. I had to just go rewatch it back, man. It's so wild. That's how... like, Henny wasn't going to win anyway. He didn't have enough time, but...
Just comical.
Okay, what do you make of this? The save call, all the way back in spawn. Round's only just really been live, and Big have already planted in an empty A site.
Usually I don't like this. Like, there's an argument to be made when it's like one USP, oh, you're bodyguarding, you're setting exit up. Like, he doesn't need this many bodyguards, but this is the reason. They hear the MAC-10, they hear it's on syrsoN, they don't want him to make money for the AWP. If he gets a kill, he can buy an AWP next round, and there it is. That was worth it for syrsoN. Well, actually, because he died. And now I guess it's not, because he has to buy armor as well. But that's actually the if he like gets 2-3 kills there, even if he dies, he's gonna buy an AWP with armor. Now he can't do it. Poor Henny. He still made the most out of it, man.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that he actually ended up killing all of Big in that moment.
Yeah.
Like, considering how wrong it went.
But that
he did well for himself.
That USP save was actually smart by MIBR, only because they realized that syrsoN had a MAC-10. No AWPs for Big. Oh, down vent. Don't do it. They go out A again, quick, and they get obliterated. Nice Molotov and the ramp aggression. Finally, for the first time, Big were ready for it, but were they ready for two? It doesn't appear so. And he will get that trade off. tabseN, quick plant of B, but he is alone, and MIBR know that. They can chase him down right now. Only one man made it through vent. tabseN gets rushed, and he can't survive the fight. Crimbo, even if he kills this rotation, they're going to get on the bomb instantly, and it doesn't matter. It's done. They were on the stick anyway. Great realization for MIBR that they can win this round off of one fight, and they take it. Henny, the hero. No guns on the bomb this time. And MIBR take a winning half at worst.
Yeah, this is already a very, very nice CT side. All right, syrsoN had a pretty nice spawn. Was hoping he was going to try and get involved early, but with the early utility raiding in outside, he isn't really given that option. Keto. Just pre-firing red in case anyone was wondering what he was doing with those jiggles. It looked a little hypnotizing, but he was just making sure no one's playing close. They're not playing close, they're playing real close. They're playing under silo close. So tabseN's got to check for this. Jota in the front line. Oh. Unaccounted for, and that's a freebie. syrsoN picks up a trade, and Crimbo goes up and over, dealing with the close player. Oh, the lobby aggro even responded onto by faveN. These little lobby lurks starting to give some gold to Big, really.
Do you think they'll push ramp? Oh. Spotted by faveN. Thinks there's more to it, but it's simple as, and he will die. eneZan holds on. 3-on-2. Biggs grab the bomb out of spawn, but want to retake lobby, and this can all be lost on this fight here. eneZan with 2 kills on his plate, but syrsoN swings wider than Crimbo and saves his life. Or puts it in the 3-on-1. Exit at the back of the site, but if they main split, this should be a perfect trade. And if they vent dive, it's done.
Exit. Oh, they got a vent drop. syrsoN did get tagged by that wallbang.
Yeah.
Not the end of the world. Bomb still going down lower, and Exit left in a really, really rough clutch. One that, you know, if you had a bit more money, you'd probably feel slightly more inclined to attempt, because, you know, this gun is kind of the best, you know, the biggest ticket item you're going to bring with you into the next round. Makes a lot more sense for Exit to just save on this one. And so Big, still some legs on this T side after all. Right, considering that round started 4v5 for them because of Jota's outside push, it was nice bit of trade work from Crimbo and syrsoN to secure that opener outside. I also think faveN getting left back in the lobby now more and more, kind of going back to what he loves with these lobby lurks. It's given a lot to Big, right? Just stopping this kind of aggro that MIBR are trying to pull in. And if you want to know why they're going for that aggro move into the lobby, well, you know, whenever they've seen these outside smokes, normally Big have either committed lower or they've tried to take hell away. They've tried to wrap heaveN into an A play and the likes, right? For like a bit of an A split. And so the kind of go-to response there is to take lobby control so you no longer open a heaveN. You have that much more info to know if it's meant to be an A split. If lobby's clear, normally that means they're moving down secret into the B play. So there was a lot that MIBR were able to get from these lobby pushes, and faveN's now denying that. He's turning something that was actually a big strength of this CT side into a problem for MIBR. Might mean they have to fight outside a lot more. If faveN's going to keep winning this fight in lobby, suddenly you can't just have that protocol of taking lobby control once you lose outside. You're either going to have to dedicate more resources to fighting for that lobby control early, or you're going to have to win the outside fights and stop the cross.
Yeah, something MIBR haven't even tried, which they did a lot against FaZe, is just starting B, right? Having a ramp player drop, use his smoke on ramp, go down lower and come up secret. Well, instead, they have that yard fight that you wanted, Harry. eneZan, he gets to the same position we were talking about, but just a little bit quicker with that spawn. Crosses behind the smokes outside to secret. But he won't be facing, however, that's enough. Big through a wall of smoke. He knows now that that's a fake. And so MIBR are stacked on top 3. With 2 pistols and an MP9. It's not a perfect hold, or rather an AK backside, but...
This is really nice on-the-fly problem solving. Big wanted MIBR to do the classic and aggro lobby here, because they would have been aggroing into 5 players just sitting around all holding for it. And it is because of that change that you're correctly pointing out. eneZan crossing into secret. Gets all the info, the outside's clear. MIBR now don't feel the need to go and push lobbies, so they're not going to feed this 5-man stack, and if anything, they're more than ready for an A-pop, knowing those outside smokes were a fake. Can they hold the line now? Exit and Turtle open, the bomb gets away from Big. With 40 seconds left on the clock, they've still got a bit of time, but it's getting worse and worse with each passing second. MIBR gonna pick that round up. Really nice adjustments getting made there. They read Big like a book. And now it's back to the drawing board for the German squad.
They even pushed ramp. I mean, it didn't matter, but it was there. It was ready to go if needed. And lovely A-hold for Exit. The AK, one of 2 rifles in the round, and 3K from backside. Look at how he dodges that backside molly as well. Turns from the flash, hits the perfect position, tucked in by that box. And Big are just wondering, how do they know? Why are they so stacked? Jacked. And now Big under attack in this T side. Only 5 rounds. And This is not the prettiest buy to get them up to 6. tabseN, quick main drop, their turn from it, fully blind. Jota doesn't know what's going on. tabseN will run into Henny in the yard for one of the first times we've seen all half, so that catches him off guard. 4 on 4, Crimbo resets. As faveN gets down lower, they can wait for him to come up ramp, but Big aren't in a waiting mood, aren't patient. Doctor's orders right down ramp to B. Deagle trying and failing for Keto. A man down, even with the space gained, winning a post plant here with the boa constrictors of MIBR tightening the net from all positions. This is going to be hard.
Yeah, something that is nice is just having this vent rotate on lock. Gonna kind of slow it down. MIBR having a group and go for the ramp retake. Henny trades that one, but we fall into a 2v2. Oh, hello. Now this vent player's dropping. faveN's able to win that. Locked in the 1v1, Henny on the other side. Doors about to swing open. Henny's on it. Henny's sticking it. That tag connects, but Henny's gonna win the clutch. And that's 10 for MIBR to close out this first half. They need 6 more rounds on this T side to take us to us 2. Will they be able to do it? We'll find out in a minute.
Hey Future Pros! A quick molly for you today which will help disrupt the Ts who want to go outside fast. To throw this molly, run along the side of this wall. Aim at these weird electrical things. Then running through the molly. If the Ts are committed to an early outside push, this will likely cause them to burn a smoke. And a T with 1 less smoke is always a joy to behold.
MIBR saved the day on their first half of Nuke. It's a 10-round CT side. Damn good effort with the man in the middle, Henny. Well, not quite in the middle, a little to the right, but he is the one on top at the moment for the side of the Brazilians. He's put up a great game, even if his E-key lets him down from time to time. 19-7 on the guy, and yeah, has very much led MIBR to this victory, the latest addition. A bit of an older name that you'll know and learn to love if you don't already. 10 rounds and a fast A pop. Here we go.
In we go, in they come. Fabian with the dual Berettas, only gonna get one. And with 2 entry kills going the way of MIBR, Big already in a bad way. tabseN's got 1 flash. It better be the God flash, better be the King flash. As it does set up these Heaven players, they start to scramble these fights.
Oh dear.
Smoke's gone in, and that's completely shut down the plan of retaking through Heaven with that flashbang. Really nice way to cancel out this entire idea that Big had, and that's probably going to force the save.
I'm shocked you don't triple coordinate jump through that smoke. Like, yeah, you're going to save. Okay, what are you saving? You're saving armor. It's who cares, really? I would have loved Big to just go 3, 2, 1, jump through together. There's no way there's more than 2 eyes on that smoke for MIBR. Bit of a wasted 3v3 there after what was a very good flash that got Big involved.
I'm kind of even more confused as to, you know, if you're going to save, why not go save? Like...
Well, yeah, they wanted the kill, they wanted the money, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, weird one for Big.
If you're always going to fight, you may as well have been fighting to win the round.
Yeah,
you know, like
fight together. You know, I think if one player swings left, one swings right, and one jumps through the middle of the smoke, hits the ground, maybe there's a chance. Maybe you can get weird with it. Yeah, feels like a wasted opportunity there. All to go and die anyway.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like,
yeah. Big do seem a bit out of it in this game, though. MIBR have brought their game faces with that CT side. A lot of aggression in CT, but on the flip, a lot of passive outside control, an area that Big were trying to abuse round after round, but they would never get picks outside. They would never get 5-on-4s or just any chances for opening kills. They would have to work, you know, down on B in 5-on-5s or go for these hell splits that MIBR would double set up for.
It's kind of interesting because it felt like, you know, Big had more real estate, but all the real estate they had was almost by design for MIBR. It's like, we're giving them outside every round because we're turning them into like a one-trick pony. You know, they're going to go outside every round if it's free. And, you know, then they kind of held down the extremities from that. I like the first half. I think it showed a lot of ingenuity. On this one, just event drop means they've already won the round, Hugo. So,
everyone,
take it away. Give us your thoughts on the economy.
Oh, but money. Money is good. Jota wants to make it, but he's dead. And that is the round. I don't really have any thoughts here, Harry, other than Grimbo with the armor saves the AK.
Right, hang on.
Nice.
Why don't we just have a save playing out in the background? Let me check the hashtag real quick.
Want to get some hot takes?
I might just see if there's any hot takes.
What's been cooking up in the kitchen? Exits galore, but the AK armor will be saved in 12 rounds. MIBR making quick work of this. I said coming into Nuke, I'd be very worried if Big didn't 2-0 this series because of their not only history on Dust, but MIBR's more so than Big's. They beat FaZe on that map yesterday. They picked into it every series, but this one. Here we go.
I found our hot take that we can talk about. I know it took the entire save, so sorry.
You wasted more time.
EPL hot takes. Players should be glad the casters can't play. They'd roll the entire bracket.
That's true.
That's not even a hot take, man. I mean, you're dead on, actually. But
stroke that ego. Yeah, you know, I've been known to frag a little bit in my time.
I knew a couple more German words, man. Keita should be watching his back. Back to that Academy League with you, mate. I'm right in there.
Doubt. Big doubt. But, you know, you believe. Oh, what? No, that's not how you want to start your gun round, is it, Big? Spammed out.
That's really rough. That is really, really rough.
Oh, dear. So, Dust 2.
Yeah, dude, if we go to Dust 2, this is the scary thing. Like, I think Big needed to win this in 2. I looked at them winning Vertigo as like, okay, now they can win the series, if I'm being real. I think by the time we get to Dust, MIBR are the favorites there, as weird a statement as that might sound. Their Dusters look super convincing, super guile. Henny crossing with the rest of the gang outside. syrsoN making it down the vents with this AWP, going to be this kind of bastion of hope down towards B. But this ain't even a B play, man. They've really pulled the wool over your eyes in this one. Big. Crimbo has rotated up and is starting to go and get some lobby control, but this is going to leave him essentially in this like 1v3.
Oh, the timing. And he sneaks back into the angle that he just cleared. They just walked in. Well, they hit that molly. It's beautiful. Keto just gets burnt to a crisp. And MIBR will win their first gun round on the T side. syrsoN saving and lower. Poor guy. Not going to play into this round at all. And MIBR, I mean, they don't take a point of damage in that gun round. They spam out the first man, for crying out loud. Big couldn't get unluckier. But this has been a very well played game out of MIBR. No ifs, ands, or buts.
So Hugh, I want to kind of pick your brain on it. If we go to Dust 2, you think MIBR win this series?
We've already done that, Harry. Twice.
No, I know, but like I was voicing my opinion. You were more like a yes man in that situation, just bigging me up.
Well, seeing as you called me out, the round prior, I did say the exact speech that you went on to say. So you know, it's I said the same thing. But that's fine. Yes, I do think that.
Nice.
Very much so. I've been saying. I opened Nuke with that exact statement, and I said it the round before you said it.
Look,
so
man, I don't remember stuff from like rounds ago.
Exactly.
I'm like a dog, really.
Watch your mouth, Harry.
I remember what's happening in the now.
You're like a goldfish.
And then I pick up general trends and just kind of run with them.
All right, general trends. That's major moments.
Our favorite military members, of course. BR and Azan back in the lobby. syrsoN, aka General Concern. That's what I have for him right now.
Major worries for the big side. Oh, syrsoN. I mean, he's got to win this on his own.
Yeah, but this ain't no private moment. He's dead. Wiped out. Hello.
There's one AWP, there's often two AWP.
Oh, no.
Sliced, and Faven trades. That's bomb back of door, and tabseN can hold this cross, but he's scared of a late recommit from T-Spawn. Faven's just getting flashed out right now, fighting for his life. MIBR in no hurry. Let that final player lurk around. And I love how they are so keen to hold off in these moments. Flash is good. Faven gets another, sets tabseN up for success. He hits his shot. Still gonna worry about Johto, who's gone on this long wrap round while Exit waits on the roof. 30 seconds. Recovered. tabseN uncovered. They know where he is.
He's got a lot to keep an eye on here, but I like it. He's going to get away from the bomb. This is good. He knows they're wasting time right now, and they've kind of left it where they have to go and plant A. tabseN has big-brained them here. They're thinking he's sitting on the bomb and that they would have a chance to frag and win this. Now they go running into him. You got to plant the bomb. Joe is on it, trying to stick it in the smoke. The bomb now down. tabseN's wrapping around, back at the site, and Joe is dead. tabseN plays that to perfection, and that's 6 for big.
That is excellent for tabseN. Even just the detail of not spamming that smoke with the P250, just in case it's a fake. If it is, he dies. And even if it's not, you see how much room he got by walking up silent. Johto had no idea. That's a sick round out of tabseN. Retrieved armorless AWP in a lobby flank, in a full eco for big. With the exception of that save sniper.
I really love that from him, man. Like that's just kind of, you know, the experience really shining through. MIBR fully thought he would be dedicated playing around that bomb, playing to deny its retrieval. tabseN was doing exactly that, but the moment the timer hits about 13 seconds, he goes, well, they cannot go B anymore. They can only go A, so I don't have to hang around, you know, waiting in the kind of the middle of the journey. I know the end destination. I'm gonna go wait there for them, and that's how I'll win the clutch. That was so nice from him.
He's such a clutcher, isn't he? We can rely on him back on Vertigo as well. He puts it up again for Big, but is still in a sea of success for MIBR. They have so much room to close out this map. That has at least given Big a bit of a breather coming into a rifle round with a lot of money and no hesitation. Nothing left out. syrsoN gets his all back. Smokes for the cross. No one commits behind them. Ooh. Alvin's going to drop vent because of the smokes. Fortunately for him, there's no one there. Util getting lined up on roof. Going to go in the rafters, or is that towards hell? Seems like the latter, similar to what Big were doing. The T side, main smoke comes in, hell locker smoke lands as well. MIBR, same plan, different result. syrsoN seeing something. A little taste of what's to come.
Joe is just wiggling the gun at him. He seems aware. Like, Joe, look at him. He's like teasing.
He's dead. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you. Yes, he's dead. And now an A-pop.
Yeah, that was meant to have a bit of a main split component. You don't have that anymore.
Ooh.
Need to win these opening fights. Keto dead after one, but the rotates are all arriving for Big. They've collapsed down upon this one very, very quickly. When you kill a main player like that, and then you spot Turtle trying to get out hot, it's all too clear that they wanted to split A. There's a last-ditch attempt to go ramp. The Crimbo and tabseN will remove that hope. That backup plan does not go the way that MIBR wanted it to. And so now Big start chaining some rounds together.
Big believing again after the eco win. They suddenly taste a 2-0. You can see tabseN trying to hype the boys back up as they attempt what would be a monstrous comeback in this second map to try and win their first series here at Pro League. High hopes for Big coming into this season. It has been underwhelming, but it can all be recovered here. Pistols now, the Brazilian. syrsoN holds the top. It's his shot. One more man over Silo. Oh, he sees him on the jump. Good spot. syrsoN's on it right now. He was on that first map as well. Crimbo at ramp, playing nice and safe. They have made it out, but he'll be flashed in for more, and they're fully blind. Crimbo here for another multi-kill. Exit, getting chased, getting boxed in radio. Easy job for Big to get rid of the pistols. 8 rounds, flawless as they do. Building up quite the bank that will keep them in this map, even if MIBR win a round. Don't want to get ahead of myself, but it's sounding nice for Big.
No, it is. It definitely is. You know, you wouldn't be amiss to be getting a little bit of, you know, kind of like butterflies in your tummy about the idea of Big pulling this one back. I know the scoreline still feels like there's a big enough gap here for MIBR, but this T-side can feel like you run into a brick wall eventually. And I think the depth of Jota's calling is where he has the biggest issues, what with being pretty new to the role. Right? Everything's great while the going's good. But when this team do encounter problems, when they are getting countered, the ideas run dry pretty quickly, and you'll note that they're going to start to move into this kind of very, very slow, sometimes directionless defaulting where they'll run out of time. And if that starts happening, I think that's really a sign of the times that Big are back in control of this one. Outside, MIBR have made it across to red with no info going the way of Big that these players are here. So that's quite nice. Maybe that gives them a leg to stand on in this round.
Excite Molly, hot Molly, it's all coming in. Latter of which misses, lands in front of the site. Won't go anywhere with it. tabseN's already started B, and syrsoN's got a deep angle into lobby, so Big are poised for this one well. There's a lurker back on top, but it requires these 3 lower players to get some success. Keto rushes lobby and dies. Crimbo has a crossfire, and he draws them in. tabseN doesn't even need to fire, but now he will. What we want for the round, essentially. Oh, Henny's dead as well, and now everything is loose on the B site. Bieta and Azan, no time for this round, you'd think. He's going to give it a go, but syrsoN's on the shot and Big are on the money. 9 rounds now. Interesting stuff. As this game closes up, MIBR can't let go, can't release their grip.
No, we're in a really cooked situation, I think, right? It's one of these kind of moments where Big are finding flow on the CT side of Nuke, a side where, you know, they do have the rotations down, they do have protocols, they've got lots of ideas, and they're all starting to believe again. As I highlighted coming into that round there, MIBR, their biggest issue is depth. Jota is not a super experienced IGL, and really their map pool, it's lent into a handful of maps really mastering as opposed to developing everything at the same time. We've seen this team run out of ideas before. A fast play down towards lower, a complete pace change. Oh my god, the Tech-9's running Big down. syrsoN dead. They swing him in hell. And this one looking good for MIBR. Gonna have to find a way to lose it, and they keep it going. Flawless. Guns retrieved, they've armed themselves, and they're up on a 14. Big left saving, and I really like that, because my one big worry was that MIBR would go back to this slower T side where everything's very labored, everything's very respectful. They try to really grind a game out using the full, you know, length of a round. Instead, it's the polar opposite. They go, look, while we still have a lead, it would be a miss to not throw in something a little bit faster while we still have these chances. And that pace change completely caught Big off guard.
And that's why we're really falling in love with this Jota in-game lead change up for MIBR, new to the role after Cello's departure. And yeah, it's looked really good. They've been great at slowing down in mid-rounds. It's something that's given them a lot of rounds, even in the games like yesterday against FaZe. But at the same time, the ability to call that in saves MIBR with a flawless eco round, completely catching Big by surprise. They just get snowballed out of the round, and that is a reminder, a reality check for Big that this one is not theirs yet. Wall down again, tabseN just misses that spam as Jota crosses over. Ooh. Oh, that's bloody close, but tabseN gets shut out by the AWP. Those smokes fade. syrsoN's already dropped down vent. We have a double AWP in this round for Big. syrsoN, how many shots is he really going to get from this position as well? Is he even going to get a chance to fight? They could go right back up. They leave back into the garage, smoke that lobby, or that main rather. Minute on the clock for MIBR to get weird. Faven's moving back up. syrsoN stays lower just in case, but MIBR want that A site, and they've encased it.
Yeah, Big might have to gamble. And at a bare minimum, they've gambled right, leaving Crimbo responsible for ramp and reinforcing this A bomb site with 3 players. They've got to keep their wits about them. They know, oh, they're boosting for heaven, but PR Enazan's already here. He's already up here, and now he's seen them boosting. The alarm bells might start going off for MIBR, though. They're kind of thinking, okay, they're boosting up into heaven. Do they have the resources to do that? How many players are in this A bomb site? I wonder if this changes the tune of the round. If they try to go ramp, Crimbo's here with the AWP. He could win it if he drops the bomb. Oh my god,
he's just gone lower.
Turtle's leaving.
What is happening?
MIBR, is this like a combat save? I think it could be.
The bomb's in heaven though. They could still try it. Henny's been dropped. Turtle has to multi-kill. There's just no time. Exits out sight. 8 seconds. Man in the middle of the site, still fighting for the round. He dropped it. Everyone's dead. Oh. But that spot on the jump up absolutely scrambled MIBR, and Crimbo, who could have left ramp a lot earlier, he checks hell, Harry. He's been holding lobby all round. He checks hell and he watches them go up ladder. Not only did Big already have that info, but that just confirmed it for them. No one moves a muscle. It's triple strong on the A site, and MIBR, they were stuck between saving and going for it. They weren't even sure. Just had such good positions, but Big knew about them all. Oh my goodness, this game, a heartbreaker no matter what happens at this point. Big are holding on. Faven playing with fire again, almost gets spammed out. Double nade onto red, but no aggression outside. It's just this AWP, the syrsoN. And MIBR are gonna go back to late smokes outside as well. Maybe some lobby aggro, maybe this double AWP, but maybe MIBR were waiting for exactly this. Oh dear, this close angle's so hard to clear. Even if Crimbo dies with this, a second player, he walks into it. tabseN wins a fight, not ready for more. They don't know about Crimbo.
Yeah, but he can't really justify hanging around. You know, if he dies, that's ramp open. That's the round falling away from Big. And serious room conceded, as tempting as it might be to send that AWP back in. Try and trade that, keep that in your favor. He's going to back off instead and play behind the orange box.
Surely they go ramp here. If they go for an AX sec with a player on roof, they just don't have the facilities for that, boss man. 3 flashes and a smoke. 40 seconds. The ramp might be tempting. Do they remember Crimbo, rather? He was here last round. He's back again for more. Flashed off. Henny, he's going to get overwhelmed. And Crimbo now has the round in the palm of his hand. Time again proves to be a problem. He lets a player pass, but he picks out the back man. Crimbo misses a shot, and MIBR have a red route down to B.
Yeah, they're moving in. They don't have a lot of time here. The plant's got to be rushed, and the smoke's failed. The smoke's missed. Suddenly, this swing could have decided it all, but Keto giving them that fight real soon, real rushed. Oh, dear. They hadn't even tapped the bomb yet. They hadn't even tapped the bomb, and with the smoke not landing, that could have been Keto's moment if he just waited a tiny bit longer. Instead, syrsoN's now got to win it in the 1v2, make up for Keto's shortcomings. There's a man up above. Will syrsoN spam it? He doesn't really want to. He needs the element of surprise. Going to come clear it dry. Next man's in dark, and he feels aware. Oh, syrsoN with the clutch, and he keeps the good times rolling in for big. Wow. 11-14. They just about hold on.
No way. Big is still in this game, man, despite everything. I think he heard that scope when coming down the vent of the AWP right above him. He knew exactly where they were. And, man, you don't see this guy on a rifle much, but perfect time to pick it up.
I mean, dude, it's hilarious. Like, you had Crimbo AWPing, who I think in this one round showcased some really nice AWPing moments, right? Kind of isolating each of those fights on his terms, not focusing on the kind of red herring, the guy that was chasing him down at ramp, the one that they really wanted him to focus on. He was instead getting the players trying to set him up. And then you have syrsoN, the normal AWPer, clutching out in the 1v2. Kind of an off-meta round from Big, but it looked really nice.
They've been full of clutches in this one, and this was all sparked, if you remember, off of that tabseN 3K on an eco with an AWP. And Big have just not stopped since. They've lost 1 round since that fact. 6 out of the last 7. This comeback really is materializing. In the meantime, it's not just the main Big team that are having success. Big Academy, just an off note, currently out in Philly, in Fragadelphia, are in double overtime and a map up against Apex. Not Apex Rebels, but Apex, the main team with syrsoN. That's kind of crazy. Just a little note. So big success all over the globe, but this one's not done. A new AWPer enters the field on ramp. syrsoN scoped. This is a very dangerous position because even if you get that first shot, if they run you down, you've got to jump out of position. Oh, he goes back for 2 shots, syrsoN. It's dangerous. He's looking for a third. What a play. What a player. Very ballsy. Big are fully confident right now, and syrsoN might have another on his plate. They dive out. But to what destination? 30 seconds, and MIBR are running out of gas.
syrsoN's even re-aggroing. The size of the balls on this guy. MIBR saving. And syrsoN, the Cyclops, looking to take guns out of the round, going all the way towards T-spawn to hunt this. He's seen someone. He's seen you. And, ooh, you know, they don't have the molly. And they're going to get killed from the guy up on the roof. So actually, not so great, but for alive, you're still content with it.
Big have money. They're not worried yet. They don't go too hard on that hunt there. Lose player. All right, cut it off. syrsoN's crazy. syrsoN's an animal. Going back for this third peak.
And like, look at this. This is how weird it is. Like, BR Anazan is not at all considering that that's going to happen. When the B player drops, especially when he's an AWPer that's getting forced back by Util, you do not expect a recommit into that gunfight. Crazy.
Okay, maybe a faster round. Remember that Tech-9 rush that did for MIBR, the one that they... Oh, okay, that works. Exit spams through that smoke before it blooms and takes out tabseN. He's been good for these spams. He took Faven out of the first rifle round and a half. MIBR 5-on-4. This is the first untraded 5-on-4 they've had in a long time. syrsoN, every round a new position. This time aggression. Maybe the answer. They're going to throw late smokes. Multi-killing from red, not easy. Do they flash it though? Do they even read this? syrsoN flicks and it's a miss. He might have to take those smokes as an exit route. They're running him down. syrsoN with no third smoke. He's got a big gap, but they're over the top on Silo as well. He saw something there. Oh dear, are they going to right-click a smoke and hit? They don't have one.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, syrsoN gives them the respect.
I don't know, it's still weird. Because of that gap, they might not want to go down secret. They might just kind of be caught hanging around outside, and that's exactly what syrsoN wants. Man up for MIBR. They need to do good on this. This is a dream kind of spot for them. Best place they've been in.
Yeah, they're hoping big re-clear outside and then leave, but syrsoN's just stuck. He's in this position the whole round. He's going to get something. Oh! A peek too far.
Oh, no.
A player pinned in, but he wanted more, Harry.
That's brutal. He's given us a really, really nice second half for syrsoN, but this is it. It's a swing and a miss. MIBR 5v3, dropping down lower. Jota selling a bit of an A fake here, keeping these guys trapped in, and he gets out alive.
Wow.
Won't even offer up the kill in faking out the A play, and that's going to seal the deal on a save. Big, they've got to do this one in OT.
Yeah, even with exits, it's not enough. 15 rounds on a platter. Oh, and Big just trying to squeeze out saves here on the rifles. Don't have an unlimited bank account. So that AWP would be massive to grab. Keto's on the hunt. MIBR, that could have gone very badly for them outside. Great shooting from Turtle. Typically a quieter player in this team. Saves them by shooting syrsoN down a peg. And he's still keeping up his first half performance as well. 8 kills already in the second half. 5-0 in opening duels. Exit 5-1. And we've seen already 2 of them on just these A spams through hut, through door. Big final timeout, final chance to talk to the coach of God B to keep themselves in this comeback. MIBR had a failed comeback, a fake comeback in the first map. Well, Big, this one might be the same. 3 rounds from bonus play, or Dust 2, where MIBR are here to settle scores and get on the board with their first EPL win.
All right, then here we go. MIBR trying to send us to Dust 2. One of their home ground maps, and to do it, they had to take away Big's pick. And now 1 round away from doing exactly that. Crimbo making it into secret here ahead of time. Jota runs to his death with the outside smokes, and it's twofold. You haven't just lost a man, you've lost the illusion. The illusion's been broken. Big, no, it's not an outside play now. And so they're going to stick to their guns on these site holds, keeping players over towards ramp and in the A site.
Yeah, it's not a spell, it's a curse. It's a hex right now from Big. 5-on-4 back the other way. syrsoN was even given a second chance at life. He's dropped into the A site, convinced that this is going to be a top exec, but MIBR still want to go back. Outside, in fact. No smokes. They fake event drop, but Big can see over it. And again, Big have confirmed what MIBR are trying to sell them. It's a lie. Still going to be that A hit, though. They're coming in through main. No one's got eyes on the prize right now. No one's even considering this one. For a second, it looks scary. Falcon gets back on the roof. The flashes, they blind him. This could go very badly, but they don't do a thing. Headshot will. Keto's looking the wrong way, and syrsoN's boxed in behind the vent. Nice shot on the second. How did he even scope up in time? 2v2. He's laid a path for Big to walk, or MIBR. Will they close? Back of lobby exit. Unchecked. Undisturbed. Crimbo hits that timing and crosses into hut. Henny hidden, nearing 30 kills. A crossfire to walk past, and he might just stumble into it.
Oh, dude, normally they're the kind of crazy shots that Henny's able to hit, but that one's one step too far. Big hold on, 13 rounds found. They need 2 more to lock in an overtime.
Dude.
MIBR giving it all they've got. 2 more chances.
This game is madness. Very nice try for MIBR, right? That main split was the last thing Big were ready for, and yeah, completely out of position was Keto in the middle of the open there, expecting it to be a split with a hut player. was hoping to go 1-for-1 there, but they just run at him with everyone from main. Who's going to find the opener here? That has been conducive to winning the round in these last few. Because it's often just been 5-on-4s untraded.
They don't know how fast Jota's moved in here. They are not at all ready for this kind of pace.
Ooh.
They even mollied it. They think that slowed down the push, but Jota's been here the whole damn time, and he's way deeper than Big were ready for. They're going to start to scramble players down through lower. They don't have the outside info, and they think players have crossed. They're right in that assumption. MIBR have got 4 here with Exit on his lobby lurk. tabseN dropping a smoke in at the double door, going to force a window swing, which would have put them in the prying eyes of syrsoN, but he's just decided to check decon, and now he has to retake this angle into the window room. He's been spotted on the ramp side. They re-smoked the double door. This is really costing time. Very rare that you end up in these kind of moments on the B site of Nuke. It's not a thing where you kind of have these 5v5s with smoke to delay an exec. Not even really a site you exec onto. It's a bit unique in that way. And so this is kind of unknown territory right now.
It's all about just hitting the timings together, swinging the doors at the same second. Now both those windows are broken. That's the only opening for MIBR. They swing a door. tabseN wins his fight. syrsoN has single on lock, but he's missed his shot. Will follow up. tabseN from Xantares drops a second, and it's all come crumbling down for MIBR. The lurkers left to save as 4 entries go the way of Big in B. Everyone falls with nothing to show for it. And even though Jota had all that space early, Big rotate the safe position from ramp. And they get set up nicely. 14-15. And no plant is a catastrophe for MIBR. They can get a couple of AKs. They will have to concede nades, though. And for a team that's been running a lot of heavy smoke walls outside and A executes, they won't have as many options as this T-side's presented them. Big are presented with overtime. What an unbelievable comeback off of that tabseN round that started it all.
And this would be so crazy for Big because, you know, it would be, hang on a moment, look at this, real fast round. Out they come, they're trying to make it down the vent. tabseN's done damage, but he's burnt down really low in that molly. Not enough damage to justify how low on health this guy is now. MIBR are already down lower, trying to make it out through ramp. Crimbo responds with the first kill of the round, breaking the silence as the bomb's planted. MIBR, they're divided on this, right? They've got 2 players still in uppers, still towards lobby and ramp. Timing is going to be everything for Exit on this creep out of the ramp room. Big is starting to hit the go button on the lower retake, and if these lower players die, getting nothing done, the round would surely follow. syrsoN with a missed shot. Exit starting to flank the ramp players. Crimbo's got to have eyes in the back of his head. They're down at ramp. He's having a fight for it. Blowing out of the water. tabseN's going to last-ditch efforts, trying to get on the bomb. Sticking the defuse. They're missing. tabseN! Just taken off of it. 16-14. MIBR pick up the win, and the score is settled on